Hey everyone, welcome to my first Humankind video. My name is Reinvented Gamer. You can call me RG for short if you want. So this is my first game on my brand new platform, brand new PC. I kind of built this PC for this game, but that's a whole other story. I'm going to do a little bit of a playthrough here as my first game. Today is release day for Humankind, August 17th. And we're going to explore this game a little bit, this brand new game together for the first time. I have not played this yet. I've watched some other pre-release videos on YouTube, but this is my first time playing. Let's go ahead and get into setting up a new game. I'm not really going to change any options yet. There's a lot of options in the game, just in general, settings and configuration and, different world sizes, which, again, as a Civ player, pretty familiar with this concept, this type of stuff. Might take a little getting used to with the names of speed and map size and stuff like that. But we're going to just stick with the defaults: large, normal, metropolis, the standard competitors, standard difficulty for now. I really don't know what I'm getting myself into, to be quite honest with you, and I guess, like I said, we're going to kind of figure this out together. So let's go ahead and get started. I am super excited to play this game. I pre-ordered this game like a month and a half ago. I've been playing Hearts of Iron 4 and Civ 6 and a few other games, just kind of buying my time until this came out. So I'm super excited. I hope that it's deep. I hope that it's not too difficult to learn. What do you guys think? Are you familiar with Humankind? Have you been following it?
Our universe contains infinite stories, most of which are about rocks and ice at sub-zero temperatures in a vacuum. Rather boring. However, on a small damp rock, there is a story that bears a second look.
I like the narrative.
It's your story. But the first 4 billion years or so mostly concern amino acids. Not much of a page turn. But then, over time, the amino acids bond together, and things start to get interesting. And a bit drier.
I like the art, too.
A certain subspecies of hominid discovers that you can do more with a sharp rock than annoy your little brother. Tools and weapons are invented. The hominids begin to cooperate. Fire becomes a servant rather than an unpredictable force of nature. They learn to tan the skins of animals for clothing. They learn ways to record and probably exaggerate their adventures. Eventually, these tribes learn to build shelters and immediately hold the first barbecue parties. This is the dawn of humankind.
The use of humor. It's clever.
Struggle and cooperation have been rewarded. The Neolithic era draws to a close. The whole world beckons. This tribe has come far, but the rest of their story is your story. You are the one who will build them into a great civilization. How far will you push humankind? Across the world, nascent societies are taking a deep breath, looking across the landscape and preparing for greatness.
So yeah, when I first started the initial tutorial that loaded the first time I played, it had similar kind of call-outs here like we're seeing. So I think this might be the tutorial content. I was a little worried that I lost the tutorial by not playing it through before, but it looks like tutorial is really just kind of an overlay of features that point out, how to use things on the screen. So that's a lot of words. We're going to say understood for now. So I've got zoom in and zoom out on the mouse wheel, selecting the unit, click and drag. What's that? Copper. Excellent. I know a few basic concepts. We need to find food to grow our population. We need to advance our era points to try and get out of the Neolithic era. So there's our growth. Knowledge star, I'm sure that's like scientific advancement and such. Yep. And hunter star, killing things. Awesome. All right, so I also remember the tutorial video, the first one, mentioned movement. Moving your units. In this case, this is a tribe. This tribe has 4 movement points. And different terrain types have different, movement costs. So let's see if we can move there. Oh, they're taking a long way. Oh, that's because there's a cliff there. Okay. Can't move all the way over there, I guess. Nope. It's indicating that it's too far, but here's a closer spot. Let's see if we can go there. Nope, can't go there. All right. So, let's end turn. Nothing else to do, I don't think. Now I think we can move here.
Just because a culture died out doesn't mean it wasn't worthy of study.
You found a curiosity, ancient encampment providing +3 something and +5 something. +3 knowledge, and I'm not sure what the 5 is. Pink star. Acknowledge, okay. Tribe has enough star influence to found its first outpost. Oh, lovely. Outposts are crucial to the development of the early empire because they allow you to claim territories outlined by white dotted lines on the map. Okay, awesome. Understood. How do I found an outpost, though? But that claim territory. You think we should do that? Let's try it. Claim territory. Click on a valid tile to claim the territory. Right click, so it's a little hard to see, but left click to claim, right click to quit. We're just going to scroll a little bit here. Where do we think we want to claim? Do we want to claim like here, maybe? Looks like a decent place, right? Let's claim it. Ooh. Exploitation. Food. Alright, that all looks good. Can't do any more movement. Don't have any other things. It looks like the little spinning circle over here is prompting me to click it, so let's click it. Okay. Turn 3. What are these things? Not met. So these must be other empires that are in the world. I haven't met anyone yet, so nothing showing there. Land transport. What can we do with this guy? I think we can move over here yet? Nope. Gonna cross that river, which I'm sure takes a lot of movement points, so we're down. This army has spent all of its movement. Combat strength supplied. Oh, cool. Supply is an interesting concept. End turn. Turn 4.
Onwards.
Moving across the river.
We move.
Can't do anything with copper yet. There's some more things up there that look like we can get, so... It's kind of a similar curiosity. We've got 4 out of 10 knowledge star points. Awesome. Acknowledge. And let's enter. Do I have more than one? No, I don't. Looks like it's saying that I need maybe 20 food to get a second tribe, I'm guessing. Banish, protect, retain. Fungal Hoarder. What do you think? Which one should we decide? Should we retain? Let's retain. What do you think? Let's retain. Why not? We got 2 more knowledge star points. Okay. Do these things mean anything? No, no. Looks like there's a... It's giving us 3 food, I'm guessing. 1 food each for these. And I think the gears is probably production. I think I remember seeing that on Potato McWhiskey's videos. So, let's see. This unit can move. Where do you think we should go? Over this way, maybe? Ooh, there's our first animal encounter.
This
Delicious. Though next time, it might be better if you washed it first.
I really like the humor. It's fun. Okay, I can't read that. What does it say? There we go. Before you choose to attack an army, wild animal, or city, you can preview the balance of power between the two armies. In order to do so, select your attacking army and hover over the defending. Hover slightly longer to preview the battle area and deployment zones. I'm sure that's going to take some getting used to, but okay, we've got the army highlighted. We're hovering. Where is it? Oh, the preview. There we go. Preview 10 and 8. I don't know what 10 and 8 means. I don't know if that's good or bad. Well, understood. Okay. I don't think we can... Well, I'm pretty sure we can't go over there and attack that just yet because it's on the other side of a river. And we've only got one movement point left, so...
onwards.
I think we can probably move there. I don't know if that'll run away or not, so... let's end turn. Yeah, it's moving. I have a feeling that if we are able to get that, it'll give us some more food, which will grow our population and maybe get us that second tribe. 3 ways to gain your first era star. Either increase your population, gather science from science curiosities, or hunt down wild animals. Counters, measures your progress. Okay, understood. Got it. What do you think? Oh, influence. It's pointing us over here. Traditions and customs that can spread from territory to territory in humankind. Propagation is known as cultural influence or influence. Oh, so that's what those are. Influence points. Got it. There are many ways you can earn or spend influence. In the Neolithic, earn influence by hunting or discovering science curiosities. You can use influence to found your first outpost, which we did. Take control over territories. It's going a little slow, but, you know, that's usually how the first couple games go, right? You gotta figure it out and then you'll get faster, so. Struggling with any mechanic or notion in the game, make sure you check out the tutorial videos. Tutorial videos from the game menu. Probably have to check those out at some point. Okay. I guess maybe it notices that we're moving slowly. I'm not sure. Okay, so I think that number changed. Does that mean like that's like a strength indicator? Ours is 10. The deer is 8. Wonder if it's because we have to cross a river. I know that high ground is better, like attacking from high ground to low ground gives you an advantage. I'm not sure if crossing the river gives you a disadvantage.
Fire be with us!
All right. Your side is stronger overall. Good. Manual, instant, battle objective. Prepare your first battle. Victory will be yours if you eliminate all enemy units, otherwise the defender will win by default. Okay. So should we go manual? I guess we'll go manual. I think that means that you move your unit or units around. Deployment. The colored tiles represent the deployment zones. And the larger battle area deployment is key to maximizing. Seems like a little overkill for attacking a deer or antelope or moose or whatever that is. Pay close attention to elevation and attack range. You will always strike much harder if attacking from a higher position. Right. Okay, the target tile is not in your deployment zone, so can we deploy here? Deploying your troops in order to move a unit into a different deployment tile. Select unit and then the destination tile. If you select a tile with a unit on it, units will switch positions. When you are happy with your deployment, press the end deployment. Okay, I think I am. Number of battle rounds is played. The number remaining can be found in the top. Attack prediction. Okay. Hostile deer unit. Have River heavily restricts unit movement and applies a heavy combat strength penalty. So I'm wondering if it is giving us a penalty for having to cross that river, because I'm not sure if the deer is technically on the other side, or I'm not sure if we're penalized or it's penalized. Oh, it says 10 combat strength plus 4 from high ground. And the deer is 8 combat strength, but minus 3 from crossing the river. So I guess that's to our advantage. So let's do it. Okay, how do we do this? Let's battle.
Together.
Yes, together. Good. Looks like it reduced some strength there. Oh, counterattack. Oh, taking out some of our people. Okay. So its strength went down even more. Ours went down a little bit. It looks like it's going to charge us. We're going to attack it again. Okay, so I'm right-clicking to attack.
Attack!
It's in a little better position now than it was before because it's actually on higher ground. But I think we win. Oh. Randomly, some people just died there at the end. Okay. Spoils you gain 5 food, 5 influence, 10% strength loss, 43% health from 100 to 57, 0 unit lost, and it died. Alright, okay, so I guess we won. Hopefully that was a good victory and worth the battle. Status of your units. And yeah, okay. Let's just check back over here with our outpost, and I don't know. Is it doing anything? Not really. Okay. End turn. Turn number 7. So I wonder if this gains back health. Looks like we've got 10 of the necessary 20 food to start another tribe, so we're about halfway there, which is kind of cool. Looks like the unit health did go up. It was at 56, I think, and now it's back up to 77. So looks like it's saying that it gains 20 health per turn. So it'll be back up to full strength in just a little over a turn. So what do you think? Should we explore or should we wait and let it heal? Let's go ahead and explore. Let's click that.
We move.
Probably not going to be able to cross too far. Yep, that took all of our movement points. This is a discovery of some sort, but we won't be able to get it until the next turn. Culture chosen. Nomadic tribe reached the ancient era with the Mycenaeans. Okay. Does that mean that's one of our competitors, I wonder? Map focus. What's that do? Is that center? I don't know what map focus does. Do you? Okay. Anyway, let's get this thing here. There's a sanctuary. Ooh. What did we get from that thing that we just got? What was that? What did we get from that thing that we just got? Ooh, there's some ice out there. Not sure what that just gave us. Did it give us some more knowledge stars? I'm not sure. We've got 3 movement points left. I kind of want to go this way. Ooh, we found another civilization. Another humanity. Got 2 more movement points left. So this sanctuary might be rich, diverse, habitat with plenty of sack. Breeding ground for peaceful wildlife who range the surrounding area. So I know you can sack an area like a sanctuary. I think that must be a animal sanctuary. You can also sack outposts and settlements and villages and stuff. And does it look like they have Kennedy Space Centers built on their farms? That's is that the vehicle assembly building there? I'm not sure. Interesting. Okay. I can't zoom in anymore. I'm a little disappointed in that, but so I'm not sure. I don't think we can do, what's that? Ransack. We can. Ransacking allows you to destroy the target and gain resources. Duration depends on the combat strength, type of district, and its fortification. Should we try it? Let's try it. Oh, is it? Can't I ransack this?
For our young.
Okay. I think that's going to give us food, is what it looks like. Plus 20. It's going to give us plus 20 food. Maybe that'll get us enough to get another tribe. Let's end turn.
Time for your first battle?
Oh,
I bet you're absolutely dying to see how your fighters handle themselves.
no, not really. Events will occur. It's up to you to choose how to respond. Carefully. Okay. Ransack successful. Awesome. Okay. Wait, what's this? What's that? What's that right there? What is that? I did get another tribe. How do I? What does it mean? What does another tribe mean? Why is everything fuzzy? Where I don't have another unit. You're under attack. Victory will be yours if you can survive until the end of the battle, or if you eliminate... Okay, I'm under attack. I did not know that. This is the defender's flag. Okay. Good. Then... What? It is a very deep game, which I appreciate, but that also makes it very slow. It's a very deep and very slow game. So what's our choice? Chase, raw numbers will help us more than building techniques. New army refugees next to hunting party. Extinguish. Understanding how to build stronger settlements will be vital. So clearly these choices are setting your civilization, if you will, up, right? So it looks like it'll give us a new army next to the hunting party called refugees. If I chase, it'll make future city defense research cheaper if we extinguish. I'm gonna extinguish, I guess. Okay, alright. Okay, I'm not sure what we're doing here. What's this? I really don't know what I'm doing. In battle. So it says there are 2. Does that mean that there are 2 here? Because there's a number 2 there? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm attacking this civilization that was here. Maybe they attacked me first and I'm defending or something. Let's do manual battle again, I guess. Where's this them? Is that me or is that them? I think that might be me. Battle at Shiraj. Defend your flag. Okay, so they said that that's my flag. That's the little eagle that I picked with the black color. So I guess I'm attacking this and this is my flag. So if they take my flag, I lose. If I take... I guess this is their flag, probably. So let's see. We're in deployment, so let's deploy... They could end around me, technically, I think. Although they'd have to go all the way around here, because I don't think that this is passable. So, in order for them to do an end around, they'd have to come all the way around here, down there. And that's not going to be possible in one turn, so... Let's move that guy there. And that guy there. And deployment. I don't know if that's good. They have... Did we win? Did we lose? I don't know. Did we win or lose? try and surround them a little bit by going like that. Right, right, right. Okay. Scouts. Attack prediction. So we've got 10 plus 1 from, I guess, friendly units adjacent. But they have a 13. So it looks like it's predicting that we're going to lose 19 health and they're going to lose 9. Or between 19 and 32, and they're going to lose between 9 and 25. So that doesn't sound like it's in our favor. And same for this. So I guess their army must be better. I don't know what makes them better. They're holding little sword things. Scout unit. I guess a scout unit is better than our tribe. So I'm not sure. We might be able to win here just because we've got 2 and they've only got 1 and they're outnumbered. Can I like dig in? I don't think I want to attack, do I? Your side is stronger overall. Automatic. Should I just go to automatic battle? I don't know what to do. Okay. We'll attack. We'll attack both units. Strength in numbers.
For the tribe.
For the tribe, that's right. So we didn't take them out. But they're definitely down. Okay. So can I attack again? Looks like I can attack again. Are we gonna win? Unit cannot attack. Looks like this one can.
For our young.
For our young. Oh, there we go. I think we beat that unit. Yes. Yes. Is that it? They only had 1 army? Okay. Victory. 1 turn, 2 battle rounds. We gained 10 food, 10 influence. Lost 15%. Did we lose 15%? From 20 to 17? Yeah, okay. Health went from 100 to 36. And they died. They lost a unit melee. Okay, so we didn't lose any units. So they will, just like when we attacked that deer, it will, regain its strength over time. So that's cool. Okay. 4 of 4 movement. What do we want to do with this guy? Victory. Okay. Okay, got it. 20 food. We wanna go over here, right? There's an outpost. We wanna do something.
Yes.
With the outpost, maybe? I don't know. Looks like we can claim or ransack. I don't know what. I don't really know anything about this competitor civilization, so I don't know if we claimed it. Do we take them over because we beat their army? I'm not sure. Let's see. We can't claim that, so should we try and ransack it? Attack? Can't attack. Maybe we don't have enough. Is there a... Let's maybe go to the next turn? I don't know where all these tribes are. Where are all the tribes? It says I have 3. Are they all in the same... Are they all in the same tile over here? Oh yeah, they are. Okay. So I have 3 tribes all right here. Is there a way to like split them? I don't know. Hunting party. Okay. It appears one idle army. I think those tutorial videos might be our friend here. So, what do you think so far? It's a beautiful game, right? Very visually appealing. Playing full screen on a large monitor would be amazing. Very impressed with just kind of the storytelling. I love the humor. I can tell that they put a lot of thought into that, and I can tell that they made this game for a more, advanced audience. I think it appeals to everybody, just like those, just like the Pixar movies when they slip in the humor that appeals to the parents and the kids, right? I kind of feel like some of the narrative feels like that a little bit, where it's made for kids or younger adults, teens, whatever. But some of the jokes and stuff don't go unnoticed by adult audiences such as myself. I must have picked up, I think maybe when I won the battle, something gave me enough food to get another tribe, because we only had 2 and now we have 3. And it looks like we have 0-20 progress to having our 4th. And it looks like we need 5 in order to advance if we want to try and advance from the population growth from Neolithic to Ancient, I think, is where it goes. So, let's see. Can I move just 1 unit? Oh, I did, I think. Yes, okay, cool. So that's how you do it. When you have them listed here, you can click on the one that you want to move, and you can kind of spread them out if you want to. So I moved, there was 3 here, moved it over there. Now I can control this one independently. I got 0 movement points left there. I guess there's 1 movement point here. Someone has a movement point. I guess they both have a movement point.
Acknowledge.
Will that guy move there? Yes, he will. Why did I just have a guy that died? I just had a guy that died. Did you see that? I'm not sure why that happened. Will it let me end the turn now? Can I stay here? No, it won't. What's that? Skip. Oh, okay. It looks like you have to skip. Hold indefinitely. This army is maimed. That doesn't sound good. Okay, so let's...
Like a hawk.
There we go. Now it'll let me... And turn the health regenerated a little bit there. Okay. Ooh, that's different. That's new. There's little huts. District. Outpost. Oh, yeah. So for 11 influence points, you can relocate your outpost, it looks like. Okay. I guess Misam is the name of the outpost. 1 district, 10 fortification, 0 of 4 population. Okay, so is it just me or did production go up a little bit there? We've also got this thing showing. Food. I guess this is my entire civilization produces 7. Or maybe it's just this outpost area. 4 industry. 2, 1, and 1 it looks like. Money, it's not making any money. Not making any science. And I still don't have any Met empires. I thought this one over here was a Met empire, but maybe not. Ooh, there's a thing. Let's go get the thing. So this dude is full strength. Let's go there. Nuts. 10 for nuts. We're halfway to another tribe, it looks like there. So what do you think? Now I think Let's leave this one here to recover a little bit more. Damaged.
Nothing here.
That one
Yes.
over there. Still got 2 movement points.
Onwards.
Okay. Not sure if they can go across the water or not. I guess we'll figure that out in a second. Okay, let's see what's around the bend.
We move.
There's some stuff. Looks like more
Onwards.
berries. That's curiosity. Was that not food? I guess. I thought that was food. No movement points left there. Looks like we've exhausted all of our movement points, so we will end for now. I feel like I maybe should move 1 unit back over to our outpost over there, because we've got nothing out there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm worried about being attacked or not, but nomadic tribe reached the ancient area with the Olmecs. Okay. Is that? Wonder if that's an alert about another tribe getting enough of something to advance out of the Neolithic to the next stage, I think. Gained a population. Excellent. 1 more and we'll get a growth star and get out of the Neolithic, I guess. Okay. So clicking and dragging is definitely easier, but you can also use your keyboards to move around. Keyboard arrow keys here. So this one is still damaged. Let's
Nothing will pass.
hold off there. It doesn't look like I can
No
move.
way.
Nope, can't move into the water. Okay. Can move through the woods. That's going to cost a little more movement. That's done. What do you think? Can we make it over there? Era star. Cultural milestone. Unlocked Neolithic era. Allowing you to move to the ancient era and choose your first culture. This will provide you with bonuses and unlock new gameplay possibilities. Sweet! Press the Empire button in the Empire banner at any time to access the culture selection screen. I guess this is the Empire button in the Empire banner. Fame. Empire, yep. Okay, alright. Cool. Fame. Fame rewards the deeds of your tribe as tales of their accomplishment echo through the wilderness. In the Neolithic era, gain fame by discovering natural wonders, cool, or earning 1 of 3 possible era stars. Population science hunting. Earn as much fame as possible to leave your mark on history and win the game. So fame, it's all we're pursuing fame is what we're here for. Cover fame in more detail when you reach the ancient era. Okay, yeah. So the tutorial stuff is helpful, I would say. Growth star. Ooh, what's this? Air stars, growth star, knowledge star. 1 star to choose your first culture. Show deeds. Hunter star, because we killed 1 animal, I presume. Okay, what? These are the eras as you progress through, it looks like. 20 fame points. Let's see, show cultures. Get to combine cultures to create your own empire. 1 million possible combinations. That's pretty deep. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so there's some cultures to browse through. Cultures affinity. 7 affinities. Aesthete, agrarian, builder, expansionist, merchant, militarist, and scientist. We'll look at culture details more closely on the confirmation screen. Take your time to familiarize yourself with the set of cultures. Okay. So I think the Olmecs was already chosen, right? So that's why that one, Estate, is grayed out. Babylonians, scientist, Egyptians, builder, Hittites, Phoenicians, Zhao, Harappans. Not sure what that's from. Do you know where the Harpans are from? Mycenaeans, Nubians are merchant. Cool. Well, I'm going to look at these in a little bit more detail. I'm just kind of scrolling through for now. So I kind of like Babylon. Let's look at Babylon. Scientist, gameplay orientation focus on science. Received more fame when earning scientist era stars. Can set cities into collective minds mode. All the industry and money are converted into science. The mode lasts for at least 5 turns. Okay, so that sounds like a special ability, so to speak. +2 science for research. Astronomy house. This must be like a unique district type of thing. Lower stability. Not sure what the role of... I mean, I can kind of guess a little bit what stability means, but lower stability and raises science. +1 food, +1 science, +1 researcher spot count as farmers' quarters and research quarter. Okay. Egyptians, builder. More fame when earning builder era stars. Can set cities into land raiser mode. All the money and science are converted into industry. The mode lasts. Okay. Cool. Gains 10 stability when completing a district construction. Grand planners. So clearly these are, like I said, your choices kind of establish what things your civilization, your empire is going to be good at or excel at, and maybe what, you know, it might be challenged by. So stability, industry, influence. Egyptian pyramid. you gotta love the Egyptian pyramids. I mean, those are pretty cool. And these are a unique chariot type of unit, it looks like. 24 strength, 6th movement, and 3 something. Don't know what that 3 means. Attack, maybe? Move and fire. Can perform a full move after making an attack. Need to research the wheel after entering the ancient era. Okay. That sounds pretty cool. I gotta be honest. Let's check out the Hittites. They are militarist. Periodically call upon patriots to take up arms in defense of the motherland. War support equilibrium value on, okay. Lust, lust for war. Automatically upgrades regular outposts to an Awari. Special building techniques to erect Awari outpost. Adapting to favorable terrain to give them strategic upper hand. Cool, that sounds kind of cool. Land spawn point for neighbor cities. That also sounds pretty cool. This one's sounding sort of appealing, especially on my first go around here. War chariots. Oh, that sounds pretty badass. Provide an invaluable advantage to the Hittites, but the disciplined organization of the army only let the nobles fight on them. Huh. Okay. Need to research the wheel technology, and it looks like I need horses for that. Weird that it didn't say that you needed horses for the Egyptian one. I don't know, they both kind of sound cool. Phoenicians are merchants. Okay. +2 money per trader. -10. All these lower stability. I wonder why. Per adjacent coastal water. Oops, sorry. per adjacent. So these, I'm not sure what the benefit of money is. Sometimes money is a big deal, and sometimes money's like, okay, I got money. So I'm not sure what the mechanics are. You know how in like Civ 6, you basically rush science as one tactic. It's not the only tactic, but so I don't know if you can kind of buy your way into victory or if science is king in this game. I guess we'll kind of figure out some of those details as we get into it a little bit more. But Phoenicians, I'm sure, are known for their navy, it looks like. Replaces the harbor. All right. All right, let's pick one. I'm thinking the Hittites. Let's adopt it. Gameplay modifier that will remain active until the very end of the game. Okay, yep, got it. Oh, more. So I'm kind of digging this culture details explanation here. There's a lot of information in this game, but we knew that, right? It's a grand strategy game. There's a lot of depth to it. The amount of information might look staggering at first, but after a few games, you'll understand it. In your early playthroughs, we suggest you play the cultures that feel right and appealing to you, and don't overthink culture selection. I really like that advice. That's good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and confirm the Hittites. Whenever you decide to press the Empire button anytime to select. I did that, didn't I? Didn't I do that? I thought I did that. Didn't I do that? Yes. Okay, do I have to advance the turn or something? I'm a little confused. So there's 2 tribes here. Let's move one there. Maybe one.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I don't remember who we have left to move. That one can't move. This one, I think, is still healing.
It's quiet.
Oh, this one still has movement. Okay. Where I wanted to go over here.
This way.
One movement point left. Still. Can I go there? Yeah. Fine. Nothing. Okay. I think we're done moving now. Yep. Okay. Enter. Turn 12.
Ah, the challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. So you want to skip the benefits of the market and move ahead as militarists? Let me grab the popcorn and sit back.
I really appreciate those. Those are funny. Maximize filter before placing. Let's do the train. Use this button to show the grid. Okay. Well. Food industry, money, science, FIMS. Oh, okay. Food industry, money, science, FIMS. Grid. Oh, okay, that's the grid. I think it's pointing at that, right? Yeah. Try to find a place where there is a lot of food and industry. Okay. New era. So I guess that did get us out of the Neolithic just by advancing the turn, so. The rules for earning fame have changed now that you've left the Neolithic. The empire with the most fame will win the game. So it's important to know how to earn it. You can enter the empire screen to see your current objectives. Okay. I think this is the, yes. Looks like mountains have some production. I don't know if you can tap into that or not, though, if you settle near them. Looks like forests have good production. Rivers have good food. Here's a 2 production. 7 era stars to unlock the next era. Okay. There's a 3 production surrounded by food. That seems kind of cool. So what are we doing here? Is this a set? This is a scout. Is that mine? Yes. Doesn't look like it's healed all the way yet. Says this is still owned by the Mycenaeans. Can I attack it? Why can't I attack it? It's an interesting icon. Whoa, cool. Look at that. Got a little tree trunk wall around our civilization, around our settlement. Wall city to outpost. Okay, cool. Costs influence, but your capital comes for free. I like that. How, like, these evolve from, you know, small settlements to outposts to cities. That's kind of cool. Not just plop down a city, right? That's not how it works. Pay attention to the resource production of nearby tiles and the natural protection offered by the terrain. Yes. Think strategically in your grand strategy game, in other words. Not sure how many influence points. Oh, so the capital comes for free. What do you think about this location? It looks okay, right? Got kind of a natural harbor thing here. I think that'll be room to spread out a little bit. This kind of a little crowded with these hills, but I wonder if we can go up on there at some point. We got copper, which I'm sure will come in handy eventually. I feel like I'm okay with turning this into our first city. Cool. Just met another empire. Diplomacy, diplomatic icon in the upper part of the screen to enter the diplomacy. Okay, so that's the first one. Cool, alright, got it. So those are the Mycenaeans, right?
Help me make this world a better place for all our peoples.
Those are the ones we built, that we beat in battle, right? They'd probably be upset if we took their outpost from them. So, what do we got here? Can we learn anything about them? Fame. Okay. Everybody's kind of noobs, so they're loyal and they're vindictive. Never forget what happened. Combat strength, money, hipster. Okay. Got it, got it. Surprise war, declare war. think we wanted to declare war. Relation state. Got it. Lots of stuff. Wow. Okay. Whew. Lots of info there. I don't think I want to do anything yet, so let's just... Oh, did I... Where is that? That's us, right? Yeah, that's us. So I guess their empire is here? There's my unit. Is that their empire? I got 4 units out here now. Okay. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Really? They're going to enforce borders already, and I attrit if I stay there? That seems, I guess, a little strange, but okay. So this already has borders? That's their border? The green, is that the... What's that? I thought the green line was an indicator of where I could move. Is it the border of their empire? Right, well, we're going to go back over that way with at least 2 units to explore a little bit more. So let's go...
Follow me.
That way.
Come over here.
No. Okay, so that's showing a border, so we can't go that way. We're gonna keep going this way with this guy. Cool little valley thing going
Follow
on
me.
here. Nope, can't do that yet. Okay. I feel like I want to move this one back there. 5 turns, I'm guessing that's going to take. No worries there. Okay, and this one still has 4 movement points, so they're fairly close, right? I guess this is probably my closest neighbor. Can we go that way? See what's in between that gap? Who's got points left? This guy. Weird. Usually this thing is like, oh, one idle city. What's that mean? I can do stuff with my city. Cool. I don't know what any of... Where's my little pop-up thing that tells me what to do? Ooh, we're making money now in our city. 3 money, 5 industry, 5 food, 3 science. That's cool. Alright. All 2 districts. Looks like I can build these things, and this is the number of turns that it would take, so I can increase. Looks like I can add a farmer quarter to increase food, maker quarter to increase industry but lower stability. All these plus 50, so that takes 10 turns. Let's do that. I don't know what I just did. What did I just do? Oh, I can make a unit. I can make a scout unit. It'll reduce by 1 population and take 9 turns. Okay, cool. Researchers are currently idle. We definitely want to research stuff. City defense calendar. Domestication. There was a horse resource around somewhere, wasn't there? Bronze working? Where's bronze working? So I'm sure this is like a technology tree where you have to, you know, research things leading up to bronze working, like mining or quarrying or I wouldn't think carpentry, but there was a horses thing somewhere. I remember finding it, but I don't remember where that was. 'Cause remember, we need horses to make our special war chariot thing. Where that went though? I thought it was close to where we made the outpost, but okay. So I don't think we need defense calendar. Changes plant crops. That sounds like it'll lead to faster growth and money. I kind of feel like I want to do domestication. Scout riders. That sounds cool. Carpentry, archers. Ooh, archers would be cool. Industry. Let's do domestication. 10 turns. Whoa. So here's the technology tree. Ancient era. So the mouse wheel scrolls to the right, it looks like. So we did domestication. Looks like irrigation comes next. I wonder if these go faster if you have more science. I'm assuming. Slower if you have less science. City defense, bronze. There's bronze working. Carpentry, masonry, fishing, calendar, writing. Okay, so that's got it. Let's see how big they are. Alchemy. Decently big, but you know, not huge. Radar, free trade, computing. Reminds me a lot of Civilization 6, to be honest with you. Fighter jets, automation, communication, covert ops, World Wide Web, almost at the end. Military laser, neural implant, fusion reactor, space orbital. Well, that was cool to check out. I still don't know what this map focus is. Enabled, impossible. Opening a notification will focus. Oh, okay. That's feels like that's kind of handy. It shows you what the notification relates to. So I think that's why when we met the first empire, it zoomed us over here to where the empire was. So that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So we can move this guy. Do we want to go around that way? Sure, let's go this way. Kind of looks like a sweet little valley thing there, doesn't it?
Off we go.
There's my my movement points are done for that one. I wonder if there's a way to like go to the next unit. Is there a way to go to the next unit? I'm sure keyboard shortcuts will come in handy at some point, so. Alright, I think I'm gonna send this guy over here. Let's go there, maybe? What? Oh, what? So this is all their territory? I'm in enemy territory? Yeah, I think this guy's in enemy territory. Okay, that means that I'm blocked.
Off we go.
I gotta go around that. They got a lot of freaking territory, man. What the heck? Mountain range, of course, blocking my way.
Come over here.
Can I go that way? How far? I got no more movement points left. Okay.
Follow me.
I feel like that would probably move on its own since I had the movement all the way over here, but I just did it anyway. And that guy, where are we gonna go with him? Can't go through there. Let's follow this one, I guess. Cool. Alright, alright. What else we got? What's that? Will you accept this offer? What
I
offer?
offer an excellent proposition.
Treaties.
Fascinating.
Okay, alright. So does that mean they're nice? What am I looking at here? Forbid new trade. Only trade luxuries. Empires can only trade luxury resources. Okay, trade everything. So I guess this is an expanding trade agreement? Select treaties to change the terms of your relationships. I don't know what I'm looking at. I think that they're proposing that we trade luxuries with each other. Okay. They have no strategics and no luxuries. I have no strategics and no luxuries. So what's the point of a trade treaty? I guess I'll accept.
Accepted. Welcome as a warm day in winter.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, yes. Okay, I guess that's it. Hesitant. Their archetype. We signed a new treaty. Our borders are closed. We are more powerful than them. So do we have borders? Oh yeah, there's our border right there. God, their border is huge though. How do I do another outpost? I want to do another outpost. Oops. Can I do an outpost with this guy? I can. I feel like I want to claim territory over here.
Let's go.
Let's go back over there. Okay. Intern. For now. So it does look like if you try and advance and there are units that have the ability to move, it will take you to them and not necessarily let you waste movement, which is nice.
Let's go. Over this way.
What's that? Why has it got a question mark? Unknown. Strategic.
Off we
resource.
go.
What is it? I guess I'm not advanced enough to even know what it is, but it's there, so... Okay. Guess we'll have to figure out if we can get back home that way. I think we're stuck here, though. I don't think we can scale these walls.
Over this way.
Oh, we can go that way. Okay. Alright.
Over this way.
Okay. Multiple turns there to move. Let's go there.
Let's go.
Sanctuary!
Follow me.
Okay, right. Yeah. One idle army. Okay. Can I claim? Do I want to claim them? I thought I wanted to before because I saw that. I think I want to. I think I want to do it right here, right?
Got it.
Zaban. That's kind of cool. I like it. So this outpost looks like it's going to have 2, 4, 7, 8, 9 production. Maybe even 10 if I can. I don't know. It looks like a border was established there. I can't tell if these, it doesn't look like these are connected because it looks like my border stops there, but I'm not clear on where my border is. Here's my border, but I don't understand. Oh, maybe the outpost is outside of the border, I bet, until it becomes a city or something like that. I bet that's probably why. Okay. Enter. All right, so we got to start exploring a bit more in this area. We've got a neighbor up here to the left, the Mycenaeans. So they're going to start taking over this territory if we don't start doing it first. We're going to get, it looks like, boxed in because there's probably a shore on this north side, and looks like we might be on a continent that ends over here as well. So, and we're on the shore this side. So there's probably not a lot of room to expand to the east. So I think, as far as capturing territory goes, this is the area that we're going to want to try and get as quickly as we can here. So we can only do 2 cities right now. I'm not sure what the penalty is if you go over. I think stability goes down, and maybe some, the ability to capture resources and stuff like that goes down. So the cap is not a hard cap. You can technically settle more than what your limit says, but there are negative consequences to it. So let's see. These guys are ready to move. So this looks like the moon, doesn't it? Looks like I settled on the moon. So I'm not sure where I'm going. Let's see if we can get to high ground. Still the ancient era. What do you think? We're kind of stuck here. We can't go up these cliffs, so I think we might have to follow this unit this way. And then this one... Not sure. Might go this way, actually. No. Oh, it's because it's weird they already enforced borders in the ancient era. That's something that I think Civilization 6 got right. That, you know, this late in the game, when civilizations were extremely small, I don't think borders were a huge thing, but I don't know. I guess I didn't live back then, so we can't cross this green line because that's part of Mycenaea. So we're gonna have to go. Looks like we're gonna have to follow those other units and come this way up this hill right here. This is my unit as well. Let's push the northern boundary here a little bit and see what's up there. Really kind of the name of the game in the first, I don't know, 30 turns-ish is to see as much as the map as you can, just to get a lay of the land. So, okay, I think, what do we got? One idle army. Oh, we got one move left here. We can go there. I do like that it does a good job of prompting you to make sure that you didn't skip any steps, which is handy at the beginning of the game when you're just learning it. So if you forgot to, you know, pick a new technology or update your city to work on something new or move an army or something like that, it does a pretty good job of prompting you not to miss some of those opportunities. So that's pretty nice. So I did learn a little bit more in my gameplay about these things too. So when you see this shield with the arrow, that means to advance your army. So if your army's movement plan spans more than one turn, you'll see this icon in the next turn. And it just means to any armies that have movement still planned, it'll move them automatically to the next step by hitting this. And then you'll get a series of icons that'll form around the main circle icon here that show other things that need your attention, essentially. So I've got 3 idle armies plus, I think, 1 army that's already got a movement mapped out. So let's see. Let's go this way. I'm hoping that there's a way through here, because sometimes you get up on these plateaus like this and you don't have a way to get down. There's only one way up and one way down, although that could be a strategic advantage to some extent as well. So I'm going to send this one. I can't tell if this is an impassable ridge, so we might send him down this way. Try and get that on the next turn. Anytime you see these curiosities early in the game, those are good to get. Those are kind of like the equivalent in Civ 6 of the villages, that when you get them, they give you something kind of special. What do you think? Can we go up here? No, we cannot. So we'll just move there. And we've got one more unit over here. Looks like the Mycenaeans are exploring their borders a bit more here. Let's see if we can get around this mountain. Looks like we're not going to be able to get up there, so we'll just keep going straight. Looks like we might be at a polar ice cap. I've never seen the northernmost reaches of a planet on this game yet, so what do we got? One idle army. That one can still move a turn, so we'll keep going northeast here. Alright, I'm gonna just adjust the audio real quick. Settings, audio. It's a little loud in my ears. After messing around with the menus, I might do a full menu walkthrough at some point. I'm kind of a menu nerd. The menus are actually really laid out well. I can tell that whoever the UI designer and engineer was that they had on the menu system did a really good job. I know that's something that probably gets overlooked a lot in most games, but the menus are quite intuitive. They're laid out really well. I kind of dig them. So, all right, end turn for turn 17. I'm hoping that this is passable. It's a little hard to tell. This looks like it's going to be a gigantic canyon, but I think that's just kind of the fog of war modeling that they have there. I don't think it'll necessarily be impassable. We won't know until we get there. And it looks like we're going to be able to get through there, so that's pretty cool. Now, at some point, we're going to have to decide where we want to put our second outpost. This is an outpost. This is a city. I want to put an outpost over here somewhere. Again, because we have a city limit of 2, we should only convert one outpost into a city. But we can have multiple outposts, though. And those outposts don't extend the border. They just extend your reach a bit. So they're kind of like contested contested land areas. So let's see. This guy can keep moving, but where do we want to go? Do we want to do another outpost in this area? I kind of want to see what's in this spot, but it looks like we're going to have to go around the corner. So I'm going to start heading that way. Oh, there's a curiosity. We'll go there next turn. Okay, so this one we are taking down here. Let's see if we can get that curiosity on this round. We should. Carcasses provide money. We don't really need money yet, but money will become incredibly important once we start building and upgrading our army. Upgrading troops costs money, so if you want to go from a regular warrior to a swordsman, for example, it costs money to make that upgrade, the cost of the equipment and stuff like that, probably training. Then every unit upgrade is also more expensive to maintain. So these scouts or the early, ancient age battle troops, I think I have all scouts right now, they're very cheap to maintain. You think about it, pretty much all you got to do is feed them. But when you start getting into more organized armies, it costs more money to maintain them. So per unit, your maintenance cost may go from 3 gold per turn per army to 20 gold per turn per army. That can really dig into your treasury. So it may look like you're accumulating a lot of wealth. I got to the point in another game, just in another practice session, where I was up to 2,000 or 3,000 gold in my treasury. And then I started upgrading my armies, and I realized quickly that I was going to run out of money. I went into the negative per turn at one point, and that was not a good situation. So I might actually set myself up to try and take this deer, but we don't want to do it. We're at a tactical disadvantage here, being in lower ground. So what I may actually do is move here, and then here. We'll just do instant resolution. And what did we get? We got 5 gold. Okay, well, it's not nothing, but it's not great. I'm not sure why those don't give you food. That's interesting to me. So I also think now, with looking at this unit, we're at 55 health out of 100. I don't think. So one of the other things that I learned is this regroup function is how you increase the unit's health, right? Once you're at 100, you can't go past 100. But if you're below 100, regroup will heal the unit. Well, you can only heal within your own territory. And I think that includes territory where your outposts are, so it doesn't have to be within your country proper, so to speak. But I won't be able to heal out here, I think because I'm not supplied. Somewhere it says whether the unit is supplied. I don't remember where that is right off the top of my head, but so I won't be able to heal out here, not because it's in a desert, but because I'm not within my borders. So I'm going to stay at 55 health until I move this unit back to within my border area, and then I'll be able to heal from there. So that's just something to keep in mind, that if you do battles, whether it be with animals or other troops outside of your own border area, you're going to have to return to your border area to regroup or heal those units. Okay, so this one's got one unit or one movement left. We'll just go ahead and move here and see what's around this corner a little bit. This one is done from that battle. There's a sanctuary that we can ransack on the next turn. This one's going to move on the next turn. And we've got this one up here. So let's... Looks like there's another island out there. That's kind of cool. We're just going to round the corner here and see what we can see. So it looks like there's a peninsula with a plateau up top. We might be able to get up on that plateau down here. We'll see if we can see a little bit more of that in the next round. Just going back to the city here real quick, we've got a pottery workshop, which increases influence. Influence, I think we can see it on this screen. I think this is a representation of influence, and early on in the game, influence isn't as big of a deal. Your country has a large amount of influence over the territories that you control. So this is, under our sphere of influence, this is our country proper. So we're 100% influential here, 100% in our country. This territory looks like, as I predicted, the Mycenaeans have done an outpost here. So it's 0% us. It says that it's 0% them. They might have just done it. I'm not sure. But then this is their country, and they're 100% influential there. So this will become more important later, especially when you start running out of land, number one, and when you start trading. So that's something that's a lot different than Civilization 6. And I'm going to kind of naturally compare Humankind to Civ 6 because that's what I'm used to, and that's what a lot of us are used to. In Civilization 6, you did have the ability to influence other countries, and you could technically take them over without going to war with them. But that's what this screen essentially represents, is if your influence of one of your territories drops below 50%, your influence then is the minority in that territory. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to lose the country or lose the territory immediately. It just means that the other countries that are influencing may start to take it over. Now, I think the threshold is actually, I'm not sure if it's variable, but I think that it's around 30% if your influence drops to or below 30%. Then another country can start to convert. I forget what the word is for it. I'm sure we'll see it in a future round here, but they can start converting your territory, your city, into one of their territories. And after a few turns, excuse me, after a few turns, your territory, your outpost or city becomes their territory or their outpost or city. It just switches teams. I'm not sure how I feel about that, especially later on in the game. I haven't gotten too deep into it yet, but early on, I can see cities kind of changing teams pretty readily, but that's just something to keep in mind, and something that this civics view is good for you to keep an eye on. When you start trading, the other countries that you have trade relationships with will start to influence your territories and your country. So what will go from 100% will start to look like a multi-sliced pie, where hopefully your slice is the biggest, but those countries that you trade with will get a slice of that pie. And the more you trade with them, the bigger the slice they will have. So not relying on external trade is probably an important aspect of the game later on. The more you import from another country, which makes sense, the more influence that they have over your country. Okay. So back to our city here. We've got this pottery workshop, which is going to give us more influence. It's going to increase our influence over this city, which again is not super critical right now, but we do want to kind of build that over time. Do we have anything queued? We don't. That's okay. Our population is only 1, so we're still fairly early on in the game here. So one of the things that we want to do with this city is we want to really try and build up the population quickly. This is our capital city. Obviously, the first city that we founded becomes our capital. So we want to increase population growth, and population growth comes through surplus food. Any surplus food is shown here. So we have a 5 surplus food per turn. The more surplus you have, the faster your city will grow. So right now we have the ability to house 2 population. For each worker, each person you see here represents a worker. We produce 6 food. So we have 0 working on industry, we have 0 working on money, we have 0 working on science, because we only have 1 person. So that 1 person produces 6 food per turn. That 1 person must consume 1 food per turn, having 5 left over. So we want to try and grow that food as much as we can to increase the population, because with more people in our cities, the more productive they will be and the more that we can do. Clearly, if we had 2 people, we could assign them to, we could assign that second person either to produce more food or to work on, industry, money, science, etc. So that's going to be the focus for this city initially, is to grow more food. Now, these first territories here, these may look like farms, but they're not organized farms. They're kind of informal farms, I would say. They do produce food. Each of these produces 1, as you can see. 1, 1, 1. This one up here would produce 2, but we're not working on it, so it's not actually giving us any food yet. This one over here would produce 3, and this one would produce 4 if we were working on it. So those are very fertile, productive plots for farm production if we get to that point. You can also see the little gear icon here. So let's just go through all these real quick. So this is our capital city, population 1. This 1 tile produces 5 influence points, 3 production, 4 food, 3 science, and 3 gold. 3 money, sorry. So you can toggle over here, turning those on and off. I think because I have my city highlighted, it's not turning them off there. But on the other territories, as you can see, it shows us what the kind of the out-of-the-box potential is for each of those plots of land. That will help you determine what you want to put on those plots to upgrade them. If something is entirely focused on production, you probably don't want to put a farm on that, for example. You'd want to put farms on plots that already have a high fertility rate for food production to further increase the food production. So we'll get to that when we start placing some districts. Okay, let's go ahead and advance to turn 18. Let's go back to our guys. Now we could use these prompts. These, if we just clicked over here, it would let us. It would take us to the unit, and like we did there, and it would help us navigate the map to find the units to move through the game. Let's see. What I find curious is I don't think that there's really much movement penalty per tile, except on river tiles. So moving from, let's see, I'm going to turn on the, wait, do I have it on? Yes. So from this tile to this tile, it's a little hard to tell. From this is a hill tile, this is a river tile. If we were going to want to cross this river, say to go from this tile to this tile, we would incur a movement penalty crossing this river. That makes sense, right? It takes more effort to cross a river, especially when there's no bridge, than to just go across land. Once you're on a river, though, so if we moved from this hill tile to this river tile, moving along the river incurs no penalty. Also makes sense. You can follow the river in either direction, walking along the river without, really incurring a movement penalty. That's the only movement penalty that I've seen, except obviously where things are unpassable, right? If you were on this tile, you wouldn't be able to scale this cliff unless there's a certain ability, which I'm not sure. There might be for certain units, but you wouldn't be able to scale this cliff and go from this low-lying tile to this, high tile up here. Other than that, I don't think that there are any movement penalties, though. So, moving through a forest tile doesn't incur a movement penalty comparing to moving across flat grassland like here. So you'd think that there'd be a movement penalty for moving through this forest because you're going to go slower. You got to dodge the trees. You can't run as fast, right? Or in the future, you can't drive as fast if there's no road. But there's no movement penalties for terrain type other than rivers from what I've seen, which is, I'm kind of wondering if they will maybe introduce that at some point. Okay, so let's keep going. We can get up there. Let's just go see what's up there. There might be a curiosity or something. Looks like there is a unknown strategic resource over here. It's unknown. We know it's a strategic resource. I'm not sure why we know it's a strategic resource if we don't know what it is, but it's unknown because we haven't advanced to the era that allows us to determine what it is. So it might be copper or iron or something like that. As soon as we advance far enough, then it'll tell us what it is. Generally, similar to Civilization 6, strategic resources are good. You want to settle closely to them. You want to gain as many strategic resources as you can. In many cases, you do require duplicates of those resources. So having one iron or one copper might not be enough to produce everything that you would need. And having multiple duplicates can also help in trade with other countries. So we just collected 40 gold there. We're up to 123 gold. Let's see, where do we want to go with this guy? I think I'm going to go down over in this area, maybe. It looks like... I'm hoping maybe we can go up on this plateau over that way. We'll see. So we'll just head him over that way. So I'm kind of thinking after that battle, well, let's take this sanctuary. So this is a rich, diverse habitat with plenty to sack. Breeding ground for peaceful wildlife who range the surrounding area. Let's destroy it. So to ransack that, we will get a return from that. To ransack that, we click the ransack icon and then left click, and that'll begin the ransacking process. It looks like we've collected 10 gold. It says remaining duration 1 more turn. So I think by next turn that ransacking will be done. Again, I'm not sure why that doesn't increase the health. Like, presumably they're catching and killing animals. I would hope that they would eat them. I would hope that that would, restore some of their health, but it doesn't. The only thing that can restore health is regrouping inside of your home territory. We've got one idle arm. Ooh, we've got a bear there. That's not good. The battle results of that, we would win. So just by having the unit clicked and then highlighting over the enemy unit gives you a preview. Our strength is 14. The bear's strength is 11. That's pretty close. We're a ways out there, though, right? We're kind of far from our home territory. So if I was to battle this bear, it would probably take as much or more than that deer did, I would think, which got us down into the 50s for our unit health. That's pretty low to be this far away from my home territory to go back to regroup to regain health. So I'm going to run around this bear. Not very far, though. That's not good. Hopefully the bear doesn't attack me because I am strategically disadvantaged. There is a curiosity there. Hopefully the bear will let me get that. The bear may attack, though, because if you notice, the symbol is different on the bear than it was on the deer. The bear's symbol is, like, I would call that a lightning bolt. The deer, and you also see woolly mammoth. They have peace symbol icons rather than lightning bolts. So that tells me that they're really not, they're more docile. They're not going to initiate an attack. However, this bear may, and we may have just put ourselves at a tactical disadvantage by going down that hill. So that's all the movement we need to do. Nothing left to do with our cities. For this outpost, let's talk about the outpost for a second. So this outpost has no population yet, although it can grow in population. It's got a surplus food of 9 per turn, which is high. That's actually higher than our city was. 9 industry potential, 0 money, 0 science. So it will go from 0 population to 1 population in 3 more turns. So for every outpost, we can either keep the outpost separate and independent, or we can attach it to a city. I'm trying to see... That may be something that comes later, because normally there would be, next to the outpost name, there would be a little chain link icon here. The chain link icon would allow you to choose which city you wanted to attach the outpost to if there were more than one kind of adjacent to it. So that may be because my city is too small. I'm not sure. That may be because the outpost doesn't have any population yet. It may be just because we're still in the ancient era. But I think at some point this outpost will gain the ability to be attached to a city. What that does is it essentially combines them so that the production, the population, the resources that are collected in this area, there aren't any yet, but if we had, a luxury or strategic resource that was gathered in this area, like this one up here, could, be collected from this outpost. It will all get counted towards this city. So population potential in the outpost of 4, population potential in the city of 2. So if this outpost and city was fully populated and they were connected to each other, it would look like my capital, Hattusa, had a population of 6. So we'll go through that a little bit more when we can actually attach the outpost. Let's go ahead and end turn. Ransack successful. Looks like all we're going to get is 10 gold. So I don't think that bear attacked us. Where'd the bear go? Okay, we'll do that because it'll go and get that curiosity, I think. We're down here, right? Oh, the bear is attacking us. Okay, so let's battle. What should we do here? We have two options. We can, well, we have 3 options technically. We can retreat, we can control the battle ourselves, or we can choose an instant resolution. So the highlighted light tiles are controlled by the bear. The medium gray tiles here are controlled by us, and this is our camp. This is what we have to defend. I think the best move is going to be to manually control the battle and to move back away from this low-lying land so that the bear has to come out of that hill in order to attack us. So we'll do manual battle. We're going to right-click to place our unit there. So the bear is probably going to position itself right here, which is going to take itself out of the hill and put us in a little better position to defend. We're just going to keep defending here. I'm not actually going to attack, so I'm just going to go end round. We'll see if the bear keeps attacking. Generally, you're going to lose less health. Even if you're at a disadvantage, as we are here, your side is stronger overall. If we attacked, all our health would go down between 7 and 25, and the bears would go down between 22 and 33, which means that we would win the round. But by the bear attacking, our health is probably going to go down less than that, and we will still inflict damage on the bear. So we're going to end round again. And we killed the bear that time. And we lost, oh, not bad. Only a little bit more than the deer, ironically. So, and we gained 10 gold. So we are going to go collect this curiosity, and then I'm going to start making my way back to my territory with that unit. Still no food. Make my way back to my territory with that unit to restore health. So here is a copper strategic resource. So I'm inclined to believe that these that it's showing as unknown are probably the next strategic resource that you get, which is usually iron. So that's copper, and that's probably iron. And this one, well, there's a copper inside of our territory. That's interesting. And this one up here on this plateau is probably going to be iron, I think. 3 more turns, and we've got that pottery workshop done. Is there anything else? I think we can see everything on that plateau, so there's really no need to go out there any further. Let's go... Let's see. There's no strategics over here. I want to do another outpost somewhere. I might try and come down around here and see if I can actually traverse this area. So let's send that guy. Oh, let's send him over here. I'm just going to come down through here and see what's directly south of my capital. 2 armies remaining that need to be moved. Where was I going with this guy? I was going to come down here, wasn't I? Oh, I can go through there, but that looks like it might be... let's try it. And one more. This one we need to... I'm just going to go ahead and route this guy there. Going to take 4 turns to get there, but we're going to get there, we're going to regroup, and then we're going to head back out. Okay. Let's queue up our next project. As I mentioned, we're going to try and focus on food. So right now, if we only have 2 districts that we can build, either Maker's Quarters, which increases production, which we don't actually even have anybody assigned to industry or production yet, or a farm, which increases food, obviously. So we're going to build a farm, and if you kind of move your cursor away, it will highlight what it thinks or what it's suggesting is the best tile to build that farm. It's highlighting it over here on this tile that is said it's going to give me +7 food and -10 stability. So every time you build a farm, you lower that city's stability. There are ways to raise the stability, which we'll get to in a little while, but every time you build a district, for the most part, you actually lower the stability of that city. You don't want the stability to go too far because, you know, bad things can happen. They can riot, they can secede to another country, etc., etc. So we're going to go ahead and queue that farm to be built on that tile. It's 17 turns away from being completed, which means the 3 turns that it'll take to complete the pottery workshop plus 14 additional turns for the farm itself. We'll go ahead and end turn 20. Okay, that troop already has its movement plotted. So the only thing that we can do right now for this outpost is to relocate it, pack everything up and go somewhere else. I've never done that. I'm sure that there are reasons that you would want to do that, but when your outpost doesn't have the ability to build, like if we knew what this strategic resource was, I think we could choose to build, you know, a mine or quarry or whatever over here. But because we don't have any other actions, the only action that you can do on an outpost, or the default action, is to pack it up and move it somewhere else. So let's find that unit. This unit we're going to want to start moving back toward our home territory as well. So looks like we're going to want to go back there. It's going to take 6 turns to return to our home territory. Now, all the other units have at least one tile of movement already plotted out. So that's why we see this icon. So this unit is going to move to this tile, for example. This unit is moving down here. I think this one should still have movement left. Yes. Let's just go see what's over here. What is that? That is ebony. Cool. So that is a luxury resource that we would be able to exploit at some point. This is a pretty little area, like a Paradise Lost type of thing. No more movement there. There might be a way. It looks like there's mountains here, but there might be a way to get back. Oh, and there's our home territory. Looks like it. The border is right here as well, so that might actually be faster. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a woolly mammoth. I'm not sure if we can pass that or not. I guess we'll see. But notice the peace sign. I believe that means that it won't attack us. So if it moves, it'll either go back that way or it'll come over this way. All right. Let's go ahead and end turn. My outpost gained a population, and there we go. Now we see the chain link icon. Must be because you can't link an outpost if it doesn't have anybody living there. We've got the chain link icon. So when I click that, I only have one territory, or one city in this case, my capital. So I can choose to attach that outpost to my city, which I want to do, combining them from a population and production perspective. There we go. Let's take a look at what our territory looks like overall here. We're growing. I think that that also formalizes the border where the territory around the outpost was contested. It had essentially a dotted line before. No, it didn't. I thought that there's a way to have contested territory, and I think attaching that outpost to the city kind of formalizes the border in some way, but I could be wrong. Comment down below if you know better than I do what I'm talking about. Okay. So we've got 2 idle armies. This one is idle. Let's go over here. Ooh, we can. Looks like we might be able to squeak through. Yes, we can. Okay, cool. Oh, and there's horses down there too. That's awesome. So when picking places to settle an outpost, you can't set up new outposts inside of your existing border. So if it's a little hard to tell, I think this is our border right here. So I wouldn't be able to set up an outpost here. I'd have to do it outside of this border area. By setting up an outpost, you're claiming unclaimed territory. So there's no need to claim territory in your own, inside of your own border. So, since we already know what that looks like down there, I might divert this unit to a different path. Looks like. So I'm assuming this is either another island or the beginnings of a continent. I'm assuming that we can't traverse that water without a boat. So I don't think I'd be able to. Oh, it's saying I. Okay. Can I? Will it let me do that? I guess we'll see. I'm not sure about making land units convert into boats in Civilization 6, again, as my comparison. You had to get so far in your research tree, in your technology tree, that you had to be, I think it was shipbuilding. I guess they'd build boats on the shore and then get in them and set sail. So I guess we'll see. Maybe this X icon is saying that we are not going to be able to do it. This icon seems to be indicating that there's going to be a movement penalty for crossing the river. I'm not sure what this X means. Maybe there's buried treasure there. It is a beach after all. Just kidding. It's probably not buried treasure. Okay. So this army... Why isn't that one moving? I think it's because it's an invalid path. So that's telling me ahead of time it got this far. It realized that it's not going to be able to do what we want to do here. So it stopped, and it's allowing me to make a different move. So we're going to... Where do we want to go with that one? Let's go grab that curiosity, maybe. Oh, 7 turns. Let's go in the long way, I guess. So it's going to go this way rather than this way. That's interesting, isn't it? A little. Okay, I'm actually going to move this unit over here. The Mycenaeans have had this troop sitting on that plateau, scoping out my outpost for quite some time now, and I'm not a huge fan of that, so we're going to move that troop over there just as kind of a show of force, if you want to say that. Oh, so one update. Check out my capital city now has 5 terms remaining until the farm is completed. 5. Only 5. If you remember, when we placed that farm plot, it said it was going to take 17. It definitely hasn't been 17 turns. It's only turn 21. Well, it went down quickly because we attached the outpost to the city, gathering up all the production, all the population, all the good stuff from this outpost and attaching it to the city means that we're going to produce what we produce in the city faster. So that's why it went down so fast. All right. Let's do our remaining. Okay, so that one we'll just let... Why is it saying? It's saying we can't move, but I think it's because it thinks that woolly mammoth is there. We can move. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get past that deer, though. That deer seems to be blocking our path. Yeah, it's saying the only option to move to this tile is to fight. So we're just going to skip this turn. I don't want to battle that deer yet because our health is already reduced a bit. Okay, I think I'm going to send this one back over here. We're still at full strength, and we kind of know what's going on over here. We definitely want to get that horse plot exploited when we can. That's an important early strategic resource. All right, so we've done all of our movement. Let's go ahead and advance to turn 22. Ooh, population loss. I didn't look at my food production. That's not good. So we finished our domesticated research. That means we can build an exploit over those horses now, I believe. Yes. The little horse icon means that we can build a horse farm, essentially, and start adding horses to our strategic capabilities. So we got to pick another technology tree. Now we can pick one at a time if we wanted to. Any of these are available to us, as well as the wheel. The wheel would take us 45 turns in order to get it. These others would take 8, and then these would take 25. If we've got a certain goal in mind, though, if we wanted to say, okay, we want to get to the point where we can do a standing army. We could click standing army, and it would select all the other technologies leading up to standing army and do them in order. So I believe 77 is the sum of the, well, plus how much it would take to actually do standing army. So in other words, this one takes 6. This one would take 25 turns, but from right now. So when we got to it after the 6 turns of researching city defense, we would only need 19 turns to finish Brown's working. So once we got to standing army, we wouldn't need 77 turns to do standing army. It would be 77 minus 25 minus 6. So it'd still be a lot, but not 77. So let's go with carpentry, I think. Ooh, granary is good too. Let's go with granary, because that increases our food, and as we said, our early strategic priority is to grow our population, which we're not doing a very good job of because our population just shrunk. So let's dig into that population shrinkage a little bit more here. Population loss, down 1. So I think that could have been in the outpost or in the city. It's hard to tell. So we have a combined population of 2 out of 12. The city, along with its outpost, could grow to a combined population of 12. Now, what happened is we have 3 people in the city now, 1 working on each of these and nobody working on science just yet. I'm going to leave it that way for now. The 1 person that's working on food is producing 6 food, and we have a surplus of 6 food. And we are going to grow our population from 2 to 3 in 1 more turn. So I think what's happening here is once we get to 3, this surplus food goes to a negative number, causing the population in the subsequent turn to decline. So it'll bounce back and forth between a population of 2 and 3. It'll get up to 3, it'll come back to 2. It'll get up to 3, it'll come back to 2. There's 2 ways to solve this. We could reallocate a worker over to producing more food. That would increase the amount of food that this city makes. Or we could make the amount of food per worker go up, increasing efficiency. And that's what farms do, right? So the 1 worker is working a plot that is producing 6, I should say the 2 workers. Well, I'm not sure how that works because there's only 1 worker, but it's telling us that it's producing 6 food. The town here itself is producing 4. I'm not sure where the other 2 are coming from. Maybe, I'm not sure. The math isn't adding up there, but the logic applies though that we need to increase the food. It's going to bounce back and forth the population from 2 to 3. When there are more mouths to feed and the same amount of food to go around, everybody gets less, so it'll bounce back and forth between 2 and 3. I think what we could do is we don't want to remove the production because that will make the building of this farm go more slowly. I think what we might do is we might reallocate this person that's making money over to making food. Why didn't it do that? My person just left. I lost. Oh, it's because I only have 2 people. That's weird. That might be a bug. Because it was showing that I had 3 people, even though I only actually had 2, because 1 just died. So I don't think that I should have had that person on the money slot. I think that might have been a bug. It didn't delete that person, even though it said that they had passed away. So, oops, rip. Okay, so I think we just found our first bug. Okay, so let's go ahead and close that. Let's resolve our unit movements here. There's a sanctuary. We'll go grab that since we're in the vicinity. That's probably going to give us gold. Yep. 22 gold on that one. That was good. 22 gold. And it looks like we have more units that are moving. This one's coming down here. That one's going over to that outpost. So it's within our home territory now. If we wanted to, we could regroup, and it would take a couple turns, but it would restore its health from 55 up to 100. Can this one not move here? Okay, that's the extent of the movement for that one, and we should be able to end the turn now. 23. So population gained. Let's go check out the numbers on that city real quick. Ransack successful. We gained 22 gold. Okay. So we still have 3 turns until the farm that we're building here is complete. So we're at 3 of 12 population, and it'll go down 1 in 5 turns. So I guess it's going to take more than 1 turn. It doesn't bounce back and forth from 1 turn to the next, but it's at 3. It'll go back down to 2 in 5 turns if we don't do anything differently, which I think since this farm is only going to take 3 turns, that should bring the food production up below negative. We're at -2. Less food than we have mouths to feed. When this farm is finished building, we should come out of the negative, and we shouldn't lose that population the next time. So I think I'm just going to leave it as is for now. We're going to keep accumulating wealth. We're going to keep 1 on industry, which means that we produce these things faster. And we're going to keep 1 person on food production. So let's see. I noticed that we have the ability to build a horse ranch. Let's go ahead and queue that up because that is pretty important. Strategic resources, especially early on, are incredibly important. So by placing the horse ranch there, it's going to give us +2 production and +2 science. So we queued that up. 6 turns, that's going to be done, which I think is 3 turns remaining for the farm and 3 more turns for the horse ranch. So that'll give us a great strategic advantage early on. We would be able to start making horse-mounted units, which you can only do if you have access to the horse strategic resource, either through having one on your own territory or by trading with another country to get theirs. Okay, so let's finish out our unit movements here. There's a Mycenaean troop over there. Not sure how we know that these are there. That's interesting. We don't have line of sight. Maybe we can hear them or something. We also don't really know a lot about them. Like this one we know is 1 army in strength. We could have up to 4 units per army. So this one is only 1, and all of ours right now are divided up into single unit armies. We don't really know how big... Oh wait, that might be a settlement or an outpost actually. I think that's an outpost. See, the dotted line here I think seems to indicate that it's a contested area. It's been settled by them, but it's not officially theirs yet. So I knew that they would start taking that territory over. So we have to start claiming this territory in here. Otherwise, we're going to get pinned up against this border over here. So which one? Let's move this one. We're going to cancel this movement, and we're going to move it this way so that we can... I'm thinking I might place an outpost here, kind of right in this choke point. It's got some decent production and food around it. Mountains, grassland. It's got a little lake over there. Yeah, I think I'm not clear yet on ideal locations for dropping settlements. I don't think we will be able to place what do you call it? Upgraded things on these mountains. I think they're essentially impassable and you can't do like a mine or anything there. So I don't know if placing it there is going to limit our ability to build districts. We'll give it a shot. If we don't like it, I guess we can always move it. Okay. Let's keep this guy going. I can't tell. Let's move there. What is that? That's a piece. That's a deer. So we could attack that if we wanted to. Let's move here and see if this is... No. See, it looked like it was almost like a shoreline or a drop-off, but it wasn't. So let's get this curiosity. There's more land over here, which is good news for us. We can settle additional outposts down there a little further. Okay. So we got 15 science and 10 influence from that curiosity, which is good. Both of those are good. Gaining science helps this progression go faster. So if we were really focused on science, we could reallocate people in our cities to working more on science. Right now, we're just kind of getting the natural science accumulation. We don't have anybody in the city actually working on science, but if we were to reallocate, say, the person from working on money to working on science, this would take less turns to get to the next step in the science tree there. Okay, so this guy is still low on health. We need to get them back to our home territory. So we're going to move them there. Looks like 8 turns it's going to take. That stupid deer needs to get out of the way. I guess we'll stop. We'll let the deer move and we'll move past it next turn. Still got 1 movement point here. There's a quite diverse area over here. You gotta love the texturing that went into this map, though. That map detail is pretty cool. I wish you could zoom in just a little bit further, though. I mean, not quite get eye level with my troops, but just a little bit closer would be kind of cool in my mind. But I'm sure that requires even more detail, which would probably make the computer chug a little slower. Okay, let's close that. Let's advance movement. That one's going to keep moving over towards that outpost. So far, they haven't done any incursions into our territory, which is good. I think that would prompt them to declare war on us.
I'm listening.
And right now, they're hesitant with pretty high war support. So that's not great since we really only have 4 scout armies. Not a lot of population to create more armies, and our scouts that we do have are kind of scattered all over the place. So we want that war support of theirs to go down, ideally. And our war support was high too, but you know, we can control if and when we go to war. So let's go ahead and end turn 24. All right, that deer moved out of the way for us. Now we can prompt this one to go over there. It'll take 4 turns. This guy, we want to go... Let's maybe put it here. How many, if we do... We might only be able to do districts 1 ring outside. So I think I might want to put it here, because I think then we'd be able to do districts down here and here, and eventually I think it grows. The city grows and you can place districts, you know, further out. But I think the initial build is 1 ring around where the city center is, so to speak. So let's move that guy there. And we're going to do an outpost here. So yeah, it's kind of highlighting where it would draw food and production from. So it looks like it would get 3 production from the mountain up there. Over there it would get 2 food. Down and to the left it would get 3 food and 2 production. 2 production and 1 food from the river, and 2 and 2 from the river up and to the right. Plus we would have access to these plateau areas. So yeah, I think this is an okay place to do outpost for now, because again we claimed this territory, so this is all 1 territory. So this is claimed for us. Now that means the Mycenaeans could have settled an outpost here, claiming this territory and swaying it towards them away from us. So I think that's good. It looks like we want to do another one down over here at some point, and then eventually down here. We might even use this guy to do an outpost down here while we're there. We'll see. I don't know if there's a limit to the number of outposts you can have. I know, as I mentioned, there's a limit to the number of cities that we can efficiently control, which right now is 2, and we only have 1 city. We do want to convert those outposts to cities fairly quickly, because that does help them grow faster generally. But right now we've got this outpost supporting our capital. This outpost is brand new, and it's going to be setting up for 3 more turns. Hopefully we get some our first population in there quickly, so that we can make the decision to attach this outpost to our capital as well. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay. Oh, there's a curiosity over there too. We definitely want to get that. What's the best unit to get it? I feel like it's going to be that guy, maybe. It might actually be this one. We're going to let this guy keep going. That's close enough to them. I don't think they're going to be able to get up there, though. they would be able to go here and then over here. So contested territories are where early battles happen too, right? So this border is enforced. If this troop were to try and come down to this riverbed and cross over into our territory, they would declare war on us to do that. However, if there was a troop here within their territory, and they came through here, neutral territory, into ours, it's not fully ours yet, so they wouldn't have to declare war. So any battles that occur in these contested territories are called skirmishes. They're not full-on wars. They do count, right? So if you lose it, things will go down, like the unit health. You may lose your unit. Your fame, I don't think your fame goes down, but your influence can go down or up, depending on if you win or lose, I believe. And it does count as a battle won or lost, which is not expansionist. Which one is it? Merchant, agrarian. Oh, I'm a militarist state, so I get more fame from winning battles. So if I were to win a battle, I'd get 146 fame. Right now, I've only got 20, and I am in third place, tied for third with 3 other civilizations, 3 other countries. So it's going to behoove us at some point to win a battle against another country to raise that fame. We'll talk about fame a little bit later, though. Okay, let's finish this turn out. What is this guy doing? Okay, I need to create another outpost down here. Do I do it now? Around here, there's 2 science. This doesn't look like a bad area. The food production is a little bit low. Like, these don't have any food at all. That one's 3, though. I wonder if I maybe want to do... I don't know if it's good or bad to put the city center on a high food production or, production or science. I don't know if it negates them yet or if it incorporates that into the city center stats. I guess we will see. We'll pay attention to that when we settle the next one. There's also some luxury resources over here that we'd be able to take advantage of. So ebony, papyrus, and gold. Ooh, there's gold in them Bar Hills. We would get 3 gold from that, it looks like. Nice. Okay. So I feel like we should settle... We don't want to settle down in the valley. Do we want to settle there? We definitely want to be able to get this ebony and this papyrus. We haven't really explored all this, though, yet. So let's move here and see. Yep, there's more. Quite a bit more, potentially, it looks like. Another strategic resource down there, a sanctuary there. Let's move and ransack the sanctuary next turn. We'll just go ahead and cancel that and just do the ransack on the next turn. We've still got units. This unit is going to continue to move toward that outpost. I don't think they're going to make it all the way. Not quite. Okay. So next up, turn 25. Wonderful Great Blue Hole has been unlocked. So I think that this is someone found a natural wonder. Someone else found a natural wonder. That gives them additional fame. So it was probably the country that's in first place. Excuse me. Probably the country that's in first place got that world deed because they, I believe, received fame from it, which is good. That's how you win the game. The country at the end, whatever that means, with the most fame wins. I'm not sure if there's a turn-based limit. Didn't really say when we were configuring and setting up starting the game, so I'm not sure. Okay, so we've got one more turn and our farm is done here in the capital. That means we should not lose the population as we were talking about before, and we should start growing instead of shrinking. We've got 2 turns left until this outpost is set up. Let's see, we've got this guy over here. We wanted to ransack that sanctuary. No fear. 22 gold, nice. Accumulating a little bit gold, which is going to help us, as I mentioned, later on, especially when we decide that we want to start trading, or when we decide that we want to start upgrading units, or if we have more units to maintain them. I'm not sure if there's a way to see. Let's look in the army. Land, naval, and air. We obviously don't have any naval or air yet. Order by creation. So these are the oldest units first. We can order by the most expensive units, I believe, by health, by strength, by movement speed, and by number. So this represents an army. Each of my armies only has 1 unit, so that's why it looks like I'm only looking at 4 units. But if this army had up to 4 units, we'd see all those listed here horizontally. I don't see a summary anywhere of how much my armies, well, that might be because they aren't costing me anything. So I only have scouts, and it looks like the scouts don't cost anything to upkeep, so that's good. So I've got plus 10 per turn gold. My armies, my units, are not costing me anything per turn. They're free for now. That will change. Okay, so this guy's going to move here. That guy, let's see if we can get that curiosity. Not this turn, but next turn. That's cool. Found a new strategic resource over there. We should settle another outpost over here as quickly as we can. The problem being that's obviously desert. And while there may be gold there, there's really no food in sight until we get down here. So I'm not sure how far out we can settle an outpost, but it's going to be tough to settle right here because there's, you know, a decent amount of production. There's 5. Wow, 5 production on that. 3 food on the plateau there. This would be a pretty good area to settle down here as well, but we're, like we said, we're kind of boxing out the Mycenaeans because we haven't discovered if there's anybody down here south of us yet. So by kind of settling and claiming this land across here, it kind of keeps the Mycenaeans pinned up there in the north and west of us, and then allows us to settle this other territory down here to the south and east of us a little more easily, assuming that there isn't somebody down here that's creeping up northward. Okay, so 1 more turn there, 2 more turns to get that. That guy's gonna move. This guy is ransacking, I believe. We're gonna leave them there to continue to ransack. Gain 22 gold, nice. What do we got over here? Is it saying that we can't move? So we don't need to go as far with this unit now to regroup. We only have to get within the dotted line border. So let's see. I think we really only need to move to right there, and we should be able to regroup. Cool. Okay. Oh, there's another curiosity down there. We need to try and get those. That one I bet is going to give us some science because it looks like the remains of civilization, and usually that gives you science and influence points. So I think if we click this, this guy's going to move in. And because he only took 1 movement point, we can technically move him more, but let's go ahead and station them there. So that station icon, we can either skip 1 turn, or station basically places them there until you choose to do something else with them. So they'll stay inside this outpost until we decide to move them or do something else. All right, that's it. 25 turns. We've made it. We're still alive. We've got 1 city. We've got 2 outposts with hopefully a 3rd and maybe even a 4th coming. We've got horses as strategic resources. That's good, although we haven't made any horse units yet. Our population is lower than I'd like it to be. Our main city is only 3, but once we get that farm going, our population will grow a little faster. We've got, at least the Mycenaean capital, I believe, only has a population of 3 as well. They've got relatively high war support, so we got to keep an eye on that. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this video up for now. I'll keep going in my next video through probably the next 25 plus turns. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions about the gameplay, if you're learning this just like I am, you know, no problem there. Go ahead and ask any questions that you might have in the comments. I've learned a lot about the game in the past 12 to 13 hours that I've been playing it. I'd be happy to help find the answer if I don't know the answer to your question, so feel free to leave your questions in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.